Hey guys, it's me, Mystic Mars, here with your weekly oracle reading for this whole week. And you know what? There's going to be a full moon on the 9th, but I won't talk about that because that'll be reserved for the weekend oracle because that's on Friday. So you might hear a little bit of banging and music and noise outside. Michael's working on our new VW bus, 1972 bus that we're going to be traveling in. So there may be some hammering and things like that, but you'll be able to hear me just fine. So let me go ahead and cleanse my decks, with sage the way I like to. I have this huge thing of sage that's going to last me until the end of time probably. Palo Santo is the one that I really want more of. I go through that a lot and I love the smell of it. So I hope everyone had a great weekend. You know what? We had some interesting energy for the weekend. We had death. We had perception. So in my mind, it was a change, a death of an outdated perception that you had about your situation, about someone else, something like that. So I'm curious about how your weekends went. And we also had, healing energy like nature and leadership. I'm curious if anyone stepped up to the plate this weekend and how that worked out for you. Hey guys, welcome. Hello. So let me go ahead and get right to it, and let me pull an Avalon card from my Colette Baron Reed Wisdom of Avalon deck. And I'd love to see what energy is going to be assisting us throughout this week. And like I said, I hope you guys had a great weekend. It may have been difficult for some, or eye-opening at least. So you can let me know in the comments how that went for you with the Death card that we got and Perception card that we got. So hello, welcome everybody. And I'm pulling an Avalon card first to see what Avalonian energies are guiding us throughout the week. And hopefully we get something, a little bit light and fluffy after that that weekend card that we got. Although I had a pretty good weekend, and I hope you did too. So we'll see. It's taking a little bit to come out, probably because I am not shutting my mouth. Hello. Great insight, Dustin. Awesome. Wonderful. So let's see what's here for us to know and what's here to guide us, and just what we need to be aware of as we go through this week leading up to the full moon in Sagittarius, fiery full moon. I think they're calling it the strawberry full moon, on Friday. And let me actually turn my speaker off so you guys don't have to hear the Facebook notifications there. Hello. Rough weekend? Okay, yeah. See, you know what? Lessons learned. That's what I like to say. So, okay, so we're not getting a light and fluffy reading from Avalon today. So this is disruption. So that's 39. That equals to 3 in numerology. Because that's a 12. 12 equals 3, of course. So that's 2 threes kind of. Again, we're getting these threes. 3 is expression, creation, things like that. And 9, of course, is the endings. But also looking at the big picture. Once again, we're being asked to look at the big picture. It's like bashing us over the head lately. So I'll read you a little bit about disruption for those who aren't familiar with this card. Sometimes it comes up. It actually has been coming up in personal readings too. So it's warns of a shaky foundation placed on a fault line. At best, this reminds you that shakeups are necessary when you need a wake-up call. It's a warning for you to be diligent and alert when making decisions that can also portend a toppling of plans or ideas, or a total destruction of something hard-won, worked for, or desired. This is basically saying make sure that you are being a little bit stable about things. There may be a shakeup, but that may be because whatever you built wasn't really on a stable ground anyways. So this could be relationships, this could be job opportunities, anything like that. Be reminded that the way of the god and goddess is one of mystery and chaos is the ultimate cleanser. I love that. Disruption brings delays and upsets that have a hidden gift of opportunity within them. So this is when you're kind of like, oh my god, I got to that interview late. Now what? But you realize that you shouldn't have, you're not meant to get that job anyways. So when that kind of thing happens, or you're in traffic and you're like, oh my gosh, I can't believe this, and then you hear that there was an accident, a few miles away that you could have, that you avoided because you were in traffic. It's these little like disruptions and inconveniences that actually are a part of the great divine plan and things, and to not get frustrated over them, because we all need a little bit of a shake-up in our lives. That's the only way we get movement and fluid motion and lessons learned. So the greater message reminds you that in all life, all people, places, concepts, and things are but fleeting on the path to wholeness. Without this gift, you wouldn't be adequately supported later on, wherein you'll, if I could talk. Thumbs up if you can still hear me. La la la. Can you hear me? It got disrupted. No, it's disruption. No. That was funny how that happened right during the disruption card. So, time to rethink, rebuild, refortify. That's where I'm going to leave it with this. Rethink, rebuild, refortify. Awesome. So I'm going to go ahead and pull an animal card to see what animal is guiding us throughout this disruption. Maybe there's an animal that's going to be strong for us and help us be strong throughout whatever shakes us up a little bit in life. Hello, Tammy. Hi. Hello, hello, Abdul and Alfred. Hello. So I pulled Disruption from Avalon. So we're going to see what kind of animal is going to guide us through this necessary, I might add, necessary disruption in our lives. Toppling of plans, you know, rendezvous you weren't able to keep, things like that. Oh, this is a very sacred energy, and I have this animal in my personal animal totem, my life totem. So this is Bat, but Bat appears to us upside down in the cave. Oh, so it's very interesting when he appears like that, because it kind of is it's kind of like a butterfly in a cocoon that doesn't want to come out in a way, because of course Bat is a little bit about the shamanic death. So I'll read to you a little bit about this because I love the way this book outlines this kind of thing. This is my very, very favorite medicine card book. Been in my family for a while. So I'll read you the poem as usual that goes along with this animal. Sacred bat flew to me from the darkness of the cave. Womb-like reflections, answers it gave. Birth, death, rebirth, cycles of the whole. Never ending, just eclipsed. The journey of the soul. So this is a very shamanic energy, I'm telling you. This is the rebirth. And before I read you the reversed description, I'll read you a little bit about just what this energy means in general before I read you that. Hi guys, welcome, hello. So first, let me remind you guys for who just joined, this is a disruption. There will be a disruption this week, but we're seeing what animal's gonna help keep us strong throughout this. This is Bat, this is rebirth, but he's upside down in the cave. So first of all, this is about, you know, have you heard of the shamanic ritual of being buried in the earth overnight? Doesn't that sound scary? But they would do that for the total rebirth, the experience of rebirth. They wouldn't actually die, but it was a symbolic death so that they could be rebirthed. That's like one hell of a way for a reset button, don't you think? To be buried alive in the dark in the woods. So that's when you're totally alone with Mother Earth. You're in the womb. You're in the womb of the earth. So this is very much about that darkness and embracing the darkness and the ritualistic act of doing that. And hanging upside down is a symbol for learning to transpose your former self into a newborn being. So this is a bit about the hangman card, the hanged man card in tarot. So it could be a time of letting go of old habits and things like that. But let me read the contrary description here, because when Bat is hanging upside down in a cave and immersed in darkness, you have met its contrary medicine. That's what contrary means. So this position leads to stagnation of the spirit, a refusal to acknowledge your true destiny, which is always to use the talents you have to the fullest. So think about this. Is there some area in your life that has dammed up, that's stagnant, nothing's flowing? If so, look at surrendering to the death of that stagnation. I love that. Surrendering to the death of it. Not going, oh my God, that area of my life is not moving. How horrible. Woe is me. No, no, no. Surrender to that and say, maybe it's not moving for a reason and I have to snip, 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 snip it out of my life. Once again, we're getting the endings of things and the deaths and things like that. So very interesting. That can also imply that in the reversal of your natural cycle of rebirth, you are trying to go at life in backwards mode. This is a breech birth in a sense. This type of occluded understanding of how to go about freeing yourself can lead to a stillbirth if you struggle too long in the birth canal. So this tells me this is about kind of about you do want to be rebirthed. You want that new life, that new birth, but you're also afraid to come out of the womb. You're literally like Bat upside down going, oh my gosh, this is going to be a difficult birth, so I don't even want to come out of it. I just want to stay in this cave. I'm fine in here. I don't need to be birthed. No, 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 no. Things like that. So maybe you can relate to that right now. Maybe you're going to relate to it during the week. So this kind of aligns with disruption in the sense that, you know, birth, there's movement, there's pain. There's sometimes death within the cycle of birth. And Bat is kind of saying, all right, it's okay. It's okay to come out of the cave. It's okay to come out of the womb. So if you're concerned with today and tomorrow, but not much further, you may forget to see further down the road. Tribal teachings say that you are responsible for future generations because you are the ancestors of the future. I'll say that again. You are the ancestors of the future. So whatever you do today will affect the next 7 generations. Every decision, every thought is to create a state of stagnation or rebirth for those that follow you on the good red road. If you are blocking yourself, you may be blocking the generations to come. Bat flies at night, and in the night are born your dreams. These are the dreams that build future civilizations, so nourish them well. So to me, a bit about this is the dream state in receiving messages in it, but don't get stuck in that. Don't get stuck in oh my God, I need more symbols and I need more this and I need more that. It's time for you to take what you have gotten in your dream state, in your meditations, and freaking apply it to your life. You could sit there and journal for hours, but once you've gone through that processing, it's time to take the action and apply it to your life and integrate it into your life. Does that make sense? So give me a thumbs up if that made sense. So disruption, bat, that's what we have right now. Bat upside down in the cave. Time to come out of that cave. No pressure there. So let's go ahead and see what number we hold here, because 9, 10, 11, 12. So this equals 3, disruption. This equals, bat equals 6, 24. So that's a bit about the home, domestic life, things like that. It could be a bit about work, leaking into the domestic life, and also about partnerships. That's what I'm getting from those numbers. So yeah, let's go ahead and see what other numbers are going to inevitably pop out. You know how it goes. And right when I looked at at the live clock, it said 11:44. So I keep seeing 44 and everything else. You know how it goes. You guys know. So thumbs up if you're still with me. It got a little bit disconnected, or like I say, disrupted earlier. So it looks like things might have been paused. So just give me a thumbs up or a hey or a whatever. If you could still hear and see me okay. And we have disruption, and we have bat upside down. So now we're going to see what number is going to help us, what number we could call upon for guidance this week. Hopefully, maybe it's a master number. Let's go ahead and take a look. They keep falling to the ground today. So, okay. For those of you who follow my oracles every week and weekend, you're gonna laugh at this one. This is Timeout. So like that. Oh my gosh. So we got Timeout. When did we get Timeout? I think over this last weekend, I believe, or last week. So Timeout is literally like stop, drop, and frigging roll. Like you need to stop and relax. You need to stop. Also, not just the body, but the train of thoughts that are negative. You need to stop taking on too much responsibility as well. And you could go back and look at that oracle where I mentioned this, but the 3, of course, creation, socialization, and things like that. 7 is like stepping away from that. 7 is kind of, like I like to say, the spiritual number, the seeker. It could be the teacher sometimes, but it could be like the hermit as well. It will want its alone time to recoup and to think and to meditate. So time out for that. You know what? Maybe it's right after the disruption that we are going to need this time out. We're going to be like bat in the cave, but guess what? After this fun little timeout we're going to have, it's going to be like this. Okay? We need this in order to make this go like this. So let me tell a little story here. This may make you want to stay like this, but a little bit of a timeout will help you go like this. And I hope that makes sense. That's just a story it's telling me, and that really resonates. I'm wondering if I should, yeah, I'll go ahead, whatever. I'll go ahead and pull an angel card. Some of you guys are bringing that energy in, so I'm going to go ahead and go with that and pull one. And maybe this will resonate with specific people, as it usually does, because you know what? Everyone here who is watching is pulling in the energy, bringing it in, and I'm just, you know what? I'm just a channel that's guiding based on what these are saying. That's all it is, really. So everyone who's watching is hearing what they need to hear. That's basically how it works. A simple rundown of how it works. So thank you for being present here. And thank you for your energy, and thank you for bringing all that in. Hi, Christy. I haven't seen you in a while. Awesome. I hope you're doing well. Hey, Laura. So, hi, On. Hello. A lot of faces I haven't seen in a while. You guys are awesome. That makes my day. Cool. So, okay, we're gonna go ahead and pull an angel card, and like I always say before I do this, is I say, you know what? Determine what angel means for you. Some people see a winged being, you know, apart from themselves. I see more like a higher source, an archetype thing like that. I don't necessarily see it as a different part of us. So just go with your gut with it, and don't just close off your mind just because you hear the word angel, because you're going to do yourself a disservice if you close off your mind every time you hear the word angel, no matter what your religious beliefs are or anything like that. They want to tell you something, so just see what resonates and go from there. And once again, we have disruption. There may be a little shakeup, but and we may want to hang out in our back caves upside down and not come out, but it's okay. Take a little time out, but you need to come out of the cave. You need to, don't let whatever shakes you up this week keep you in that cave, okay? Just, you will survive. You will survive. Just play that song if you need to. I will survive. And then lastly, we're going to see what angel medicine is coming out for us. We have 2 cards for angels, so they do want to talk. Okay, ooh. You're going to love this one. I believe it's come out once before. I don't use this deck often. So this is Earth Angel. Earth Angel, Earth Angel. So, thank you, angels, for inspiring me to be more like you. That's beautiful. So, I'll read a little bit about this for those who haven't seen me pull this card before. So, the angels are grateful for all of your positive thoughts and the actions you do for others. They want you to take some time to see how amazing you are as a person. They are so blessed to have someone like you helping them do their work here on earth. You are an angel of the earth. Thank you. Isn't that wonderful? It's very much about gratitude. So ask yourself, how could I be of service? How can I first serve myself? Oh, I did a personal reading before this, and I feel like this is part of that person's medicine, part of that coming forward. But it's also definitely for you guys, but there's a certain person who I feel like this may resonate with a lot right now. How can I extend my help to others? When you have the answers, know that they are guidance from your angels. They want you to be just like them and be living your life in a balanced way. For yourself first, and then for others, you will become a living, breathing angel. Earth angel. I love that. So, okay, let's see. The other one fell on the floor here. They keep falling on the floor. Okay, so we have oh, yes, we have express your creativity. Wonderful. Again, we're getting 3s. We have 37. 3 is creation. We have 39. 3 is creation. And 12. 3, 9, 12. 3. This is overall 3. So, express your creativity. Maybe you're having a shakeup in your creative life or a block in there, and you need the shakeup. So I'll read you a bit about that. This card actually comes right after Earth Angel, so I like when that works out. So, thank you, angels, for helping me to express my inner creator. You're a creative being, and the angels are encouraging you to tap into your gifts so that you could share your talents with the world. This can go beyond an art form or even music, as you are constantly creating your life. You are being handed a blank canvas by the angels and encouraged to paint what happens next. I love that. You're in control. You have the canvas, you have the paintbrush. Make it as gorgeous as you want. You don't have to make it, cloudy, dark sky, and a tombstone and all that stuff, unless that's your thing. But you could create whatever you want. Make it gorgeous. Make it gorgeous. Creative energy is flowing through you right now. Take some time to express this divine gift that you have. You are an artist with a phenomenal ability to create your life in the light of your creator. In order to take the next step, you are being encouraged to paint it or write or sing about it. Bring it into creation in a lovingly expressive way. And there are some artists in this. This is resonating again for a certain person in this group. There's some artists in here, but the singing really resonated with me because we actually have a singer in here who I just saw join the chat, who I felt that this Earth Angel card resonated with a lot more. I feel like this one's for him as well. But again, this is a collective reading, so this is for all of you. But for some of you, you might be going, oh my God, that is totally my situation right now. That card is for me. So that happens a lot. So, okay, overall, we will have some disruption, perhaps in your creative life, perhaps with your children, perhaps with, let me see what I'm getting here. I'm seeing some authority figures with this, actually. I'm seeing that you may be in the position of the child. That's what I'm getting. Someone above you may be disrupting it. May it be a boss or a manager or a caregiver. That's what I'm getting for that. So just think about that. May want you that shakeup may encourage you to stay in the bat cave upside down, but you can do that. You can do it because you know what? Bats have to do that to replenish. Take a timeout. Once again, we have the timeout card. For those who haven't seen the beginning of this, I pulled timeout. Once again, we're being encouraged to get a timeout. But after the timeout, don't forget to write yourself again and fly out of that cave. Because wonderful things, you're an earth angel. You have a chance to express your creativity. So fly out of that cave and express yourself. Because that is what the earth needs. So I love how that works out, and you know what, I hope it resonated for you. I'm seeing Christy saying she loves singing, but she's afraid to share it. You know what? Me too. I'm what I call myself a vacuum singer, meaning like when the vacuum's on, I'll sing because then no one could hear me. And I'm like a shower singer too. And I'm very shy about my singing voice, and I don't really sing around other people, just out of play, you know, out of play or whatever. But I really do love to sing, though. I really honestly do. And so I can really relate to that. So you know what? You don't necessarily need to share it right now. Just express it. The simple act of expressing it, even if it's just for yourself, in the mirror, in the shower, is wonderful. Wonderful healing, so that it could get to you to the level where you're not so shy about expressing it to others. Because I'm sure you have a gorgeous voice. Everyone's voice is so unique that even if you're not hitting the right notes or anything, it's your own signature coming through on your voice. That in and of itself is beautiful. So yeah, On is resonating with the cards too. I love it. Awesome, you guys. So yeah, just I hope you have a wonderful week. Once again, that disruption ain't gonna be no thing if you could just take a time out and make sure to come out of the bat cave when you're done with your little rest, and boom, you know, create worlds, express yourself. It's awesome. So wonderful. And then once again, on Friday, I'll be back for a full moon reading. Full moon in Sagittarius, you guys. That's where my moon, well, I don't think it's going to be on the same degree as my moon, but I was born with the full moon in Sagittarius. So I'm like, ooh, this is my season. You know, sun in Gemini, I'm a Gemini. Full moon in Sag, so really cool. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will check back in with you on Friday. In the meantime, if you would like a personal one-on-one reading, I schedule those throughout the week, and this week I believe I'm scheduling some for the end of the week, or no, Wednesday, actually Wednesday. So if you're interested in that, jump on that to make sure that you get in the time slot, because I'm a really busy person and I don't have a lot of slots available. So yeah, just let me know, and I hope you enjoyed, and do it. Get out of that bat cave after your nice little rest. Have a good one, guys.